Now, Chelsea do need another rebuild, I think. And
definitely.
I think the way we're going to do this is I am always going to be making a profit. So to explain that to my dad and the viewers, I can only spend on players the money that I sold from others. So no matter what Chelsea give me each and every season, doesn't matter, I have to make that back before I can spend any of it.
Well, you've got to really. I mean, we're going to do this program a little bit different this time. We're only going to talk about Chelsea because there are real problems. We're only going to talk about Chelsea. What's the problem now?
Yeah, the very recent Chelsea.
Yeah. So I'm talking about this season now at this particular moment. This season alone, from July, they spent £524 million on 16 players. I mean, that's a new squad.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money walking out. So
absolutely,
the owner's going to want some money back again. So that's how you're going to give it to him.
That's how I'm going to do it. So obviously, we all know who they've signed recently, from Raheem Sterling all the way down to the January windows. Yeah. But there is an area which I think that they are still really struggling in. We'll get to that, of course, I'm sure, at some point. This first season, though, no signings. I'm going with the squad that they have.
Well, you got it.
I did think about actually downloading like an updated database, and I thought, no, that's kind of unfair on myself. I'll just run with it.
Yeah.
So no signings, no sales, or anything like that. Tactics, I'm going strikerless for the big reason there's no strikers.
We ain't got a striker.
They ain't got no strikers. They have Aubameyang. He's awful, in my opinion. Don't like him.
I mean, Arsenal, he had problems at Arsenal at the end of the season, didn't he? And Arsenal get rid of him. Why did they get rid of him when he was their most experienced goal scorer and captain at the time? And then Barcelona come in for him. What did he play? An handful of games at Barcelona, and Barcelona were like, let's get rid of him.
Yeah.
And I bet they couldn't believe their luck when Chelsea come sniffing round him.
Yeah, mental really. I mean, it was only 10 million, but still 10 million when you got him on a free.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. So I'm going complete strikerless to see how we do this first season, and if I pick the best 11, I'm not picking any positions. This is what it would look like, and that's mainly the reason why I didn't pick anybody in the positions. Now, Kante is out for 4 to 5 months with a torn hamstring, so he wouldn't be playing there. We do have a couple of other injuries as well, but they aren't too long.
They're the only boys who can score goals as well.
They aren't too long. Obviously, Lukaku's out on loan still. They have an option to buy, I believe. No, they don't. So he would return at the end of next season, and then we choose then what we do with him, because it doesn't look like Chelsea is the team for him. He's had 2 cracks at it.
Do you know, this is
and
weird.
They haven't really
he is such a player. He's got a record of playing 106 games for Belgium.
Yeah.
And he scored 72 goals.
Yeah, that's some record, isn't it? I mean, I know international football is a little different because you play against the San Marinos, Gibraltars, and all that.
But I think his record for Chelsea for Chelsea is, I think he's played 26 games and only scored 10 goals.
Yeah,
it's an awful record.
He had a good record at United, to be fair. He was. I liked him at United. He just awful first touch.
Yeah,
just terrible. But there we go. So that's the tactic we are running. Schedule-wise, how have we done? Well, we didn't start that well. It was a 1-1 draw that we started off with. Enzo Fernandez, obviously January transfer, scored in the 4th minute. Great way to introduce yourself, but Ivan Toney equalised. We then lost at Anfield, unfortunately, to Darwin Nunez winner after just actually getting the equaliser there. But then, this is where it got good again. Nottingham Forest of 4-0. Mason Mount then scored all 4 goals at their rivals.
He's done well every game so far.
He's been doing class me. He's in that shadow striker role, which is the reason why I believe.
He scores again in the next game.
He does. But Craven Cottage, obviously Fulham. Bit of a rivalry going on there.
It is, yeah.
You know, Fulham was off at Stamford Bridge. We know that from Dad's Facts and the Fulham rebuild. And then Wolves, this is a good win. Conor Gallagher scores in the 88th minute to get us the win. Big time.
Take that.
Our Champions League group, I think, is quite difficult. We should go through with Real Madrid, Leverkusen.
I'll be disappointed if I don't.
Yeah, so we should be going through that.
Yeah.
So let's waste no time then. Let's see then get cracking with this Chelsea rebuild. Okay then, first season we're down in 4th place, but considering we don't have a striker, I don't think that's bad at all.
I think that's bloody good.
Yeah. We finished above the likes of Manchester United and Tottenham, who are obviously fighting all for that top 4 spot. Still some way behind Man City there, who did win the league. They did lose 8 games though. One of them was against us, so that's good that we've managed to.
You look at Liverpool; he's lost 6 games. So
yeah.
Unfortunate, really, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely. How about other competitions though? How have we done? Semi-final of the Champions League as well. Semi-final of the Champions League. It's Bayern Munich versus Liverpool in the final, and Liverpool win after extra time. But we got there. We only defeated 5-3. on aggregate. In the quarterfinals, we knocked out AC Milan. Big win there.
Yeah.
The round of 16, we knocked out Benfica. We're expected to probably have won that. In our group stage, we actually finished in second place behind Real Madrid.
Exactly where we thought we'd do.
Yeah, so we drew against them once and lost against them. We also lost to Celtic, which is bad. They finished in third, good for them. But yeah, that runners-up of the FA Cup. Let's take a look. Man City stuffed us in the final 6-2. Jack Grealish scored 4. What world are we living in? We know he's a good player. You got to expect him to score that many, do you?
He is doing really well at the moment, though, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. He's in form at the minute.
If he doesn't play for England from the start, from now on, there's something seriously wrong with Gareth.
Of course he won't. It's Gareth Southgate. He's awful
you can't
manager.
keep picking your mates, Gareth. Come on, mate.
Awful. You've got to play Raheem Sterling, who isn't playing at the minute for Chelsea, and make sure Maguire gets in there. You know.
We can see how well he plays, don't you?
Tomori isn't English, apparently. So there we go. That's not a bad season. Quarter-final of the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, I'll take that.
From Tottenham as well, who won that. Man United beat Arsenal in the final. Okay, so goals-wise then, obviously, we don't have a striker, but 24 goals came from Kai Havertz, 20 came from Mason Mount, which is lower than what I thought, considering how many goals he scored at the start of the season. Kovacic got 14, Conor Gallagher got 10, which is not bad considering he's a squad player.
No.
João Felix is only on loan. Of course, he will return. 13 assists and 8 goals is not bad. Probably won't look to bring him back, but there's a lot. This squad is bloated. This is just first team players. And then you go on the development centre, and there's still the likes of Levi Colwill, and there's so many other players that they've got in there.
Chelsea have always had the biggest squad.
Such a bloated
for
squad.
years, and you can look at the wage bill must be going out.
Yeah.
But then they do loan a lot of players out, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. So if we took financially, speaking of the wages, we are currently 143 in the red. They've given us 122 million budget.
And you're not going to spend it.
Not going to spend it. Only going to spend what I've sold. And that's the reason for it. Because they are just getting themselves into trouble, I think. Their wages, their wage expenditure over time, so at the start of the season, we're looking at their roughly about £5.5 million per week that they're spending. Yeah, and obviously at the end it's roughly about the same. So that's another thing that I want to reduce. I want to reduce the wage, and I want to reduce the amount of spending, definitely. So let's see what I do in this first season. First season I'm buying players. Second season, of course, in the rebuild. So on the outs, let's take a look. I transferred out 160 million.
That's good then.
And I brought in 146, but we'll have a look at that in a second. £63 million going up to 70 was from Romelu Lukaku. I thought, just get him out the club.
Yeah, he never settles here, does he? So let him go.
Let him go. He's 30 as well. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I got another £30 million for him.
Do you know, I think he's a good player. Just something about him at Chelsea just don't sort of bring it out, does he?
Brozier to West Ham, 15 million. Koulibaly, obviously only just signed, but I don't really rate him, to be honest. Gone to Atletico for £12 million. Kepa, keeper that you like. I sold him for £10 million. Malang Sarr, £9 million. And then, as you can see, a few others leaving the club as well, getting off the wage bill. And a few loans gone out as well.
I mean, really, you look through the players that you're getting rid of there, there's no one there you think, you shouldn't have sold them, you shouldn't have sold them. So
definitely.
So
obviously last season, there's no transfers in, just to show you that I'm not like, signing players at the start of the pre-season. These are the only 5 players that I've signed. So starting off a free transfer, Milan Skriniar. What a centre-back that is to get on a free.
Yeah.
Inter Milan centre-back there, their main centre-back.
Not bad age, over 28.
No, very much in his prime. Then we go a little bit fancy. We got Alban Lafont as a goalkeeper because we just got rid of Kepa. A lot younger, less wage and everything like that. £9 million bringing him in. I think that's a good price. Ryan Gravenberch, £34 million. This is a bit of a risky one because right now he's not exactly going to be a first teamer, but he has good potential on the game, and we doubled pretty much what Bayern paid for him, and they didn't really play him either, but we'll see about that one. And then I signed 2 big players from, again, Serie A. We got Rasmus Højlund, who a lot of people are looking at right now. I know the likes of Real Madrid and Manchester United are scouting him in real life. From Denmark, he is kind of like Denmark's hope to be the next Haaland. So we'll see. He's 20 years of age.
He must be thinking, Christ, look who I'm behind all the time. Am I going to get in this
team?
No,
that's Norway, isn't it?
Oh, of course, sorry.
He's Denmark's version. But we signed him for £33 million. He scored 2 goals and got an assist so far with 2 player of the matches. Because, of course, we know they have a striker problem. And then finally, Nicolo Barella, centre midfield. This is the reason why maybe Gravenberch, the deal, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have done the Gravenberch deal because I brought in Barella after for £69 million. Naughty number. He's a far better player and he's only 26, so he should be around for a long time.
I'm surprised you didn't go for another striker though. I'd have been really looking for a top striker.
Well, I think Højlund is definitely one for the future. We'll see about that. I've changed formation as well because, of course, I wasn't playing striker last season.
No.
I've gone for a three at the back because I think Chelsea's team does suit that. And I'm only nailing in 2 positions, and that is Levi Colwill, who is out on loan the first season at Brighton. He is decent, but he's got a very good potential, but he's only 20. And if I don't play him at all, we'll never see what he gets like.
No.
So I just want to play him this season. Let's see what happens. We've got 3 centre-backs, so we've got the likes of Skriniar coming in, and I want Lafont playing as many games as well because I think he'll be better than Mendy in the future. Looking at this kind of 3-4-3 almost formation, if I did pick the best 11, Mendy and Colwill, Colwill and Lafont have gone out because we still got Thiago Silva, but like Chalobah playing centre back, not for me. So this is what it would roughly look like, because even Barella's not in this team, which obviously shows the strength and depth that we kind of have, with the likes of Havertz and Mason Mount in behind Rasmus up top, because that is a big problem, I think, striker problem that they've had for a while. I mean, they've had some rejects as well.
Yeah, they've had some bad ones, but they've had some really good ones. I mean, I just wrote a few down here. I mean, you got Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, 69 goals in 136 games. Drogba, what a striker that boy was.
One of the Premier League's best strikers.
Yeah, definitely. 100 goals in 226 appearances.
Yeah, a beast.
And you got Eden Hazard, 85 and 245. Diego Costa, then the Chelsea fans really loved. Diego Costa. I mean, he was just an animal, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, I loved watching him. It must have been, He had 52 goals in 89 games.
Yeah.
So
it's a good record still.
It's still a good record, but when you look at it though, that's, these strikers were in when Chelsea were at their prime as well, when they were winning things, the Champions League, they're winning the league titles and things like that, and the FA Cups and all that. But who ends up as their leading goal scorer over all the years that they've been going? I know he's got the most appearances as well, probably.
Frank Lampard.
A midfield player.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, what did he end up scoring? 211 goals.
Yeah. He's just always there, wasn't he?
He's just way above everybody. I mean, all right, he banged in 648 appearances as well. So, but he still would have been in a position to score those goals.
That's a goal every 3 games. For a midfielder, it's quite a lot, to be fair. But you think about some of the rejects they had. Fernando Torres, £50 million. That was a huge amount of money when they signed him.
He was the club record, British record at the time.
Yeah, and he barely did anything. Just a good Champions League goal, wasn't it?
He was at Liverpool, wasn't he? And he was absolutely electric, wasn't he? He was just, he was the striker of the 2 or 3 seasons that he was there, and it just seemed like Liverpool knew exactly when to get rid of him.
It was in January, if I remember correctly. It was in January,
and he was absolutely awful for Chelsea.
And they've had some bad ones. Of course, Lukaku, I would consider a Chelsea flop both times. Sterling right now, go on. What they were doing signing him for I don't know. But the likes of like Crespo, Kesman in like the early noughties, were other like Crespo. He was unbelievable in Italy. And he came across, didn't really work in the Premier League at all. Had some flashes. Then they had like the likes of Mutu, the drug addict. Got done for doing cocaine like 3 times in a Chelsea shirt, whatever it was. Like, they've just had either bad luck with strikers or they've had Drogba. And that's the scenario that we're down. So maybe Rasmus Højlund can be better for us. So let's take a look then, schedule-wise. We've had a ropey start kind of, but also not too bad, because an away game against Newcastle is always going to be difficult on Football Manager. 1-1. Raheem Sterling scored. Brighton, 4-2 win. That's good, away from home. Then we have a 3-3 draw against Liverpool. They scored in the 95th minute. That's annoying.
I mean, it's annoying, but it's still a good result, I think. Where we are at the present moment, I think it's a good result.
Definitely. And then Stamford Bridge, we beat Manchester United 2-1.
And your new boy's scoring a couple of goals already. That's a good thing.
He's got a couple of goals. Not bad at all. So, in the Champions League then, our fixtures this season, we have Real Madrid, again in the group, Fenerbahce and Shakhtar, ending with that Shakhtar away leg. So we play Real Madrid in the middle there, which I think is probably more beneficial than anything. To see how we do. Right, we'll simulate. Obviously, I haven't overspent. If you take a look at the budget, still got £79 million in there, with a very high wage budget. We'll take a look, actually, finances, see what I've done with the wage. It's already come down to 4.9.
That's good.
From the peak, which was 5.7 at the end of last season there, 4.9. So almost $1 million off a week.
The amount of players you got rid of, you should have done really.
Yeah, definitely. So hopefully we can keep that coming down. My aim is to roughly get that around about £4 million. I think that would be the sweet spot there of what we would be spending. Okay, we'll simulate the second season. Second season, we're in second place.
Take that.
definitely.
4 points?
Only behind Manchester City by 4 points.
What was our last 4 or 5 games then? Sorry, but you're going back on that. But
that's all right.
Didn't we chuck it away?
We lost one game there and we drew. So we lost to Manchester United at Old Trafford and we drew to Fulham. But Man City also, they lost the last game of the season, but
they already had it. Yeah,
they already had it in the bag.
They were all wrong, weren't they?
Erling Haaland got 51. I'll say that again. 51 league goals.
He ain't going to be far off of this season, is he?
That's ridiculous.
Come on.
51. That's one of the highest that I've seen the AI
He's
get.
just an engine, and he is.
He got
awesome.
19 player of the matches in 37 games. So over 50% of the time, he was given man of the match. That's absolutely insane. We had Mason Mount get the most assists in the league, though, and Mason Mount getting the second highest average rating. But I say we just give him the first because 8 average rating across 37 games.
Not going to beat that, are you?
That's just insane.
Not going to beat that.
It's absolutely disgusting. What we did mention, by the way, was the teams that came up from the Championship.
I'm just looking at that. Coventry.
With Sheffield United, Coventry and Millwall.
Get in, eh?
And that's very unique to see. Like, normally it's always Norwich. You always see them go back down. But the fact that Coventry and Millwall come up.
It's a pity that both of the teams went straight back down again.
And Millwall broke the record for the least amount of points
6
ever.
points.
It would have been Coventry, but luckily Millwall was in the same year. That is hilarious. Both of them only won one game. They beat Sheffield United and they beat Coventry. Absolutely hilarious. Tottenham all the way down in 10th place, by the way. Not good at all there for you. Okay then, other competitions. How did we do? No. Semi-final again against Atalanta. And we've just stole their striker.
Yeah. I can't believe... I mean, it's bad enough losing in the semi-final, but against them.
Yeah.
Come on.
What's really annoying is, like, 95th minute as well. Like, we were probably pushing for a win.
Yeah.
Oh, and their goalkeeper got man of the match there. We had 12 shots, 3 on target, and he got man of the match in that second
Well, they
leg.
scored the 95th minute, the winning goal.
No, I think because they won 3-1, so probably when we were pushing, they scored a second in that one. But they lost to Barcelona in the final at Wembley. He was in London as well.
Oh, that'd be even better, wouldn't it?
Yeah, on penalties, unfortunately. That's disappointing. I can't believe we stole their striker and that they still went and beat us. Did they sign anybody else? Gasparini as a manager is fantastic, I think. No, they didn't even replace him. They were like, take a striker. Yeah, all right, go on then.
We'll still make the Champions League final.
Yeah, unbelievable. They sold quite a lot of players because they sold Coop Miners to Barcelona, who then beat them in the final.
Yeah.
The little stories in Football Manager.
Yeah,
I
it's
love it.
unbelievable,
This is
isn't it?
why this game's fantastic. Okay, by the way, I know you've mentioned it. It was a few weeks ago for you guys, but my favourite video of all time is definitely when I made you and me manager. The stories, if you haven't seen that, the stories in that video is
really good,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
So good. Make sure you go check out if you haven't done, or just watch it again because it's funny. 5th round by Liverpool, 4th round by Manchester City. Goals wise, that's what we needed. 30 goals from Rasmus Højlund, although you still like it a little bit higher, to be fair.
It's first season. You got to take out someone's first season in the Premier League, ain't you?
Wesley Fofana, the centre back, got 18 goals.
That's what I'm more disappointed
Yeah,
about.
yeah, there's not a second one because Mason Mount did get 30 assists. We'll kind of let Mason Mount off, but Kai Havertz only getting 15 goals and 9 assists after playing 48 games. I think he's kind of like that in real life, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, very disappointing.
Well, I mean, they keep going back to him to try and help him out, and he looks good, but that finishing touch in it, and you just think, oh, come on.
Is it luck? Is it like right place, right time? I don't know. But there we go. So money-wise, they have given me another £84 million, but remember, I'm not going to spend a penny of that. We should have more than this anyway, accumulative, when we finish, because I'll sell more.
I would say you've got to be looking at second striker.
Yeah.
That's where you've got to generate the money for, I think.
Well, we'll see. Let's have a look. Season number 3, the pre-season. Okay, now, on the outs, we've got a few here that has happened at the end of last season. Just need to take that one off. We've got Hakim Ziyech to Leicester for £9 million. Hudson-Odoi was the big money there, £39 million. And Ted Kerr is another guy that we sold as well. And then we only accumulated another £6.5 million from loan deals, because obviously we can still make money from loan deals if they're given a fee, but I only bought one player. That was Brandon Soppy from Atalanta again. £47 million.
You beat us in the semi-final, we were going to buy your best players.
Yeah. So I struggled to get rid of players this pre-season.
Yeah.
So really, I didn't really sell that many. Roughly about £50 million. We've got 39 there, another £9 million for ZX, so that's 48, which of course is the same price as what Brandon Soppy is, as well as another £6.5 million. So I'm still in profit.
Bang on the button though.
Just not making a lot of profit.
No.
But still in profit. So Brandon Soppy is the only player I bought. He is a fullback that is naturally can play on both sides.
Good squad player.
Very good physicals, good age as well.
Yeah.
So I quite like that from him.
Scored
good
a goal
season
as well,
last season, and this season he started off really good for us. 7.75 average rating with 1 goal, 1 assist, and a player of the match from fullback. Very good. I think it's just disappointing from me. Like, I couldn't sell that many players, and it was frustrating. I think that's one of the things about Football Manager. It's very difficult to offload players unless they are wanted. But I have got all the leagues loaded in this, which I thought would help me. It didn't. But there we go. So we still got £87 million, but we still got a higher wage budget than what we started off with. So again, that wage budget continuously comes down. We're now at 4.7, not as much as where it was last time, but 4.7 is still a little bit lower than the end of last season. So tactically, we are still rocking this, and I still want Levi Colwell to play as many games as possible because I don't think he's quite there yet, but he has progressed compared to what he was last season. And now we're losing kind of Thiago Silva. He eventually retire maybe the end of this season, because if we pick the best 11, it still will put Chalobah in there, and I don't want Chalobah to be in there because we still got the likes of Wesley Fofana sat on the bench. But there we go, and Benoit Badiashile as well. We tried loaning out, couldn't really get anywhere. We've got Barella and Fernandes in that centre mid. They were very good for us last season. Havertz and Mount with Højlund up top supporting Chilwell, and James there at fullback, as well as obviously Brandon Soppy. So I quite like it. I think the 3 at the back definitely suits Chelsea because quite a lot of the managers have tried the 3 at the back. Yeah. Frank, I don't know whether Frank uses it or not. Does he use it? I'm not quite sure. I can't remember whether he did before, whether Frank used it, but obviously he's back there now.
It's interesting what you've brought up there with the managers, because this is what I was going to touch on as well. We're talking about the strikers being what we think is at this present moment is
their biggest problem.
But what about managers recently now? This would be interesting with the Chelsea fans. I mean, I'm not a Chelsea fan, but bring in your comments whether I upset you. I hope I don't. This is my thinking now. Going back to when Frank was in charge in 2019 to 2021. Why did they get rid of him at the time? Yeah, they were in the quarter-final of the Champions League. And I think they were 11th in the league, something like that, or 9th in the league. I'm not 100% sure with that position, but I thought they were doing well. Yeah. Thomas Tuchel comes in. All right, was he a proven manager? He'd done well at PSG, didn't he? Yeah. He didn't win the Champions League, though. No. But he done well, I thought. He was all right, good manager. But I was still surprised. And he comes in, takes over from Frank. Yeah. Took over in January. Takes over a brilliant side, goes on and wins the Champions League. Yeah. Then wins the Super Cup. Yeah. And then won the World Club Champion. Yeah. So he's proved himself. But with Frank's team. Because he couldn't make a transfer. I don't know whether he did bring any players in before, because he come in January. Yeah. Whether he sort of like, I want him to quit, and they did. I can't remember that bit. But they so he'd done it with Frank's team. So Frank's team was really good. Yeah, but do you think that shows how good of a manager he is, that he's done it with somebody else's team? Yes, in a way. But I just couldn't understand why they got rid of Frank. Yeah. No, you can't argue with Thomas's record. Yeah. I mean, I've got it written down here. Overall, until Tommy got sacked recently, he played 100 games, 60 wins, 24 draws, 16 losses. Yeah. A 60% win ratio, which is the 4th best manager that Chelsea have ever had. Yeah. Based over 100 games. Yeah. That is. I think the only one of them was Jose Mourinho was higher than him. Yeah. Look what Jose Mourinho won. Yeah. They've had some unbelievable managers, haven't they? Yeah, obviously Carlo Ancelotti and Antonio Conte. He was good when he was there. So you can't knock Thomas's record for when he took over. But this is when it gets interesting now. Yeah. The owners come in, didn't they? They changed the owners, right? Going back to this season again now, and I thought, what changed this season when the new owners come in? Thomas's record this season. He played 8 games, won 3, drawn 2, lost 3. Only scored 9, conceded 11 goals. And I thought, wasn't a good start of the season. Especially because they spent a lot of money. Yeah. Well, you look 16 players, 524 minutes. I know he wasn't involved in all of them, but at the start of the season, the new owners come in. They might not have liked the way he done some of the meetings they had with him, but he started awful. Yeah. So I think they thought, right, let's get rid of him. Let's get someone in. And we both spoke about Graham Potter. Yeah. We thought he was a good manager. Yeah, I like him. And I still do. I just thought he was unfortunate at Chelsea, really. So they take him over. He comes into the team. He plays 31 games this season, because obviously he's only been in this season. Won 12, drawn 8, lost 11, with only a 38% win ratio. Worst record Chelsea manager. Yeah. So you've gone from one of the best to one of the worst. Yeah. Mainly because the owners didn't like him. Yeah. And I think that's what that is. I mean, you look where Thomas is now. I mean, he was landed in the Bayern Munich job. Well, he was unemployed, and I think, and I do. This is my own opinion, really, and I had said this to you before, and I think this is because a couple of teams might have been sniffing round him that Bayern Munich said, get rid of our manager straight away and get him in.
Yeah.
I reckon they were going to do it at the end of the season, but because I think a couple of teams were sniffing around him, and I think Spurs.
Yeah.
That was where the thing was, wasn't it? So, you know, he can't be that bad of a manager. Bayern Munich just went, bang, we're having him.
No, not at all.
Why did they get rid of him? And
It
then
is
you get Frank back in again, don't you? So, and he's just got
lost his first 4 games.
Yeah, but they're still. I think they're still in 11th place.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a shame, really. But that's what I think the problem is at the moment as well. This particular moment was bad signings, bad getting rid of Thomas. I think Thomas should have stayed.
Yeah,
I don't understand
see how he did.
Yeah,
give until Christmas.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I don't understand why they got rid of him, and I don't understand why they changed.
Especially with the World Cup that year, they could have given to the World Cup, and then like if it wasn't working, take that time then to find somebody while the World Cup is happening.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And then you got right after Christmas, then you've got a little bit of time to assess your team when they come back from international, from the World Cup. Who do you want to get in January? But it just seems like
we know the way Graham Potter plays when he's at Brighton. They're not a very attacking side, are they?
They didn't have a striker there, did they?
They didn't. They keep what they got. They're quite happy to finish 0-0.
Yeah.
And I'll make Pippa go.
Yeah.
And that for Chelsea, you don't play like that with Chelsea.
No. So let's see how we have played in this pre-season, season number 3. It's all wins, baby. Look at that. Nice. Chelsea fans would be liking that one.
And we're looking at the goals we are scoring.
Yeah. Only conceding 2 goals as well, and we've got quite a lot of goals there from Rasmus Højlund, picking up quite a few. Nice. Champions League games, though. This is where we go into the league phase instead. No, or is it? Yeah, it is the league phase. Barcelona, Benfica, Union Berlin. They've done very well to get to the Champions League.
We've got Real Madrid again.
Real Madrid as well, and Atletico. So we've got the 3 big teams from Spain.
Yeah. Are we going to qualify because we've got the last 2 games at home?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, because they're 2 very easy ones for us as well in consideration. Let's simulate this 3rd season then and see how we do. Alright, 3rd season, and we're in 2nd place again by a point. That's disappointing. We lost 1 in the run-up. It says Real Madrid there. I'm not sure why. That's not in
they're not in our league.
Did somebody put them? No, they're
not
there,
are they?
Right, okay, that's bizarre. We'll have a look in that in a sec. But yeah, 90 points, 1 point behind. Good goal difference as well.
We lost 6 games, mind you. Did we lose the 6 games against? That's disappointing, really.
Yeah, Liverpool, Man City both times, Spurs, Liverpool both times as well.
Yeah,
but
those 2
we
games,
only scored in 1 of those games.
Yeah. I mean, you look at, we lost twice against Man City, twice against Liverpool. Look who's either side of us.
Yeah, absolutely. In the goals as well, Højlund finished 6th in there with 16 league goals. Not really a high amount, is it?
No.
Mason Mount got 18 assists, so maybe they're spreading the goals out a lot, but I like to have 1 striker scoring quite a lot.
Yeah, you got to have it. I mean, look at Man City, the second that won the league again. I mean, they've won it 5 years in a row.
5 years in a row now, yeah.
And this.
Other competitions then, let's see. How do we do? We pick up a cup. Oh, hello!
Yes! Get in!
And it was against Man City. Extra time. And we won the bloody Carabao Cup. We'll have a look at that first. We beat Tottenham in the final.
That's got to be wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. There we go. Nice trip to Wembley. Lovely stuff. And then we headed to the Munich Stadium. Tuchel was in the crowd going, lads. 111th minute, Rasmus Højlund. What a striker. I'll forgive him.
What a striker, yeah.
He is a Champions League hero. He has managed to win the Champions League for Chelsea for the 3rd time in their history. Obviously, quite recent history too. Man City, they still haven't got that. So you might have the Premier League this season, Pep, but you still couldn't get that Champions League. Come on, let's go. Buzzing with that. Even in the final, actually, we actually played with Raheem Sterling up top.
And he only got 6.3.
So
that says it all.
He got ripped off in the 89th minute where Rasmus Højlund come on and he scored the winner. So, yeah, what does that tell you? Raheem Sterling sucks, in my opinion. Nice.
That is really probably one of our best seasons.
Yeah, definitely.
When you think of what you've won, 2 cups, runners-up in the Champions League, on the money that you spent.
Yeah. Money that I've made.
Yeah.
26 goals from Rasmus Højlund, 14 from Havertz, 14 from Mount, 13 from Sterling, somehow.
So it's better. It's better.
Yeah, 12 from Skriniar, 10 from Wesley Fofana. Not bad at all. Still a bloated squad, though.
Yeah.
Still very much a bloated squad. Like the likes of Mudryk, obviously, who came in, £80-odd million, barely played. Mainly because we're not playing with the wingers, but I don't think he really suits
I mean, this is going back
enough.
to what I was saying about last season and the amount of money they spent on it. I mean, what was he? 88 million they spent on him.
Yeah.
And then the Argentinian lad, Fernandez, 106 million.
He's good though. I like him.
Yeah, he is good, but you're talking about 190 million on 2 players when you needed a striker.
Yeah, that definitely.
That's where where I think Chelsea personally went
because
wrong.
If you gave that 100 million to Napoli, you could have got Osimhen, one of the biggest, one of the best strikers in the world right now. You know, there's so many strikers in the world who are scoring goals.
190 million is probably one player that you couldn't buy because they wouldn't sell him. Haaland. It's probably the only player you could not buy.
Yeah, do you think if you offered PSG 190, they would take it for Mbappe?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Oh, I reckon they would have done.
Maybe. In January, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know. Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't.
I reckon they would have.
But there we go. So that's not bad. They are giving us again £100 million, but we won't be spending a penny of it. And finances, we're back up to 81 million in the black.
Brilliant.
There we go. Lovely stuff. Obviously, getting to the Champions League final definitely helps. And wages, we're at 4.95. It goes up because of wage bonuses.
Yeah, because we won the Champions League, so everybody got a big bonus there, didn't they?
Yeah, that's it. And they'll get a slight wage rise and everything like that throughout the season, which is obviously
this is going to be your biggest problem now. Who wants to leave a team that's won the Champions League?
Yeah, definitely.
And everybody wants to come to you, but we can't afford to buy them.
Exactly. Right. We'll see what I can do then. Right. This transfer window, I made £30 million.
Right.
I sold 139. One of them was Raheem Sterling. Age 30, I sold into Real Madrid. So that's 2 players to Real Madrid in their 30s that considered flops for £46 million. The same amount, roughly, what they bought him for from Manchester City. The same as what Man City bought him from Liverpool.
You look at the amount of goals that he scored.
Yeah.
Peanuts,
pants, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I think that's great business there. We sold Mark Cucurella, who I don't think Chelsea fans are big fans of anyway.
No.
From the Chelsea fans that I know anyway, they're considering saying that he's been really terrible from this season. Another £36 million. Kovacic, who I quite like, and I think Chelsea fans like him to be fair as well, but 31.
He's a good, solid player, isn't he?
25 million for 31-year-old, I'll take that. Dachshund Fofana, who's probably quite good in the future, but I went for the money to bring in the people that I brought in, and N'Golo Kante. Getting £15 million for a 34-year-old is quite a lot. I mean, I know he's still really good.
Good service to the team, but good
time
money
for him to go.
Yeah.
But on the ins, first off, I signed Ousmane Diomande, who is this wonder kid from the winter update. Very good centre back. Only 21 years of age. He looks fantastic already.
Yeah.
£40 million. I think that's well worth it, definitely. And then I also got Raspadori, who is a striker from Italy.
Hello.
Picking him up. He looks better than Højlund is, and I quite like him.
Yeah.
I very much like him. £68 million from Napoli. He scored 22 goals last season.
That's good in that league.
Yeah.
Very good in that league. I think anybody in the 20s in the Serie A is a good.
Definitely. He hasn't scored for us yet, though.
No.
That's the only problem. But, tactically, we are still sticking with that. We still got Levi Colwill. We still got the font. Levi Colwill is roughly getting better, I would say, into to be one of our best centre-backs. But there we go. But if we pick up S11, he is out of the team, which is the reason why I'll put him in there to begin with. Fernandez and Barella, that's 2 really good centre midfielders. You're looking at the 2 world best centre mids there almost.
Yeah.
Havertz and Mount with Raspadori up top.
I'm surprised Havertz is there rather than... Haaland, is it called?
Højlund, yeah. Højlund's a striker, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I'd have gone with him as a support striker.
I don't think he can play that role. Like, passing-wise, he's nowhere near as good. He is the out-and-out striker. Then, schedule-wise, let's take a look how we have done so far. So, we've actually only played 3 games at the start of the season. We lost to Manchester City in the opener at Stamford Bridge, thanks to Phil Foden goal. We then only won 1-0 against Forest, thanks to an own goal. Then we beat Stoke in the 90th minute, thanks to a substitute appearance from Højlund. We did win the Super Cup. I was going to say,
we did win the Super Cup again, so that's good.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, we haven't been given our fixtures for the Champions League yet. That we entered that on the 8th, but we always stop this at the end of the transfer window, so we don't know who we're against in the Champions League. We'll have to find out. 4th season, we're still in 2nd, but this time we're some way off. 9 points behind Liverpool.
We had a good run in as well.
Yeah, Man City's dropped all the way down to 4th place.
That's good considering they beat us the first game of the season.
Yeah,
really.
they still got Pep Guardiola there. It's still Jurgen Klopp. Man United is managerless at the minute. Okay, fair enough. Right. The profile, why are they managerless then?
Don't know. Oh, that's why.
That's definitely why.
I'll take that name, I'll tell you.
Imagine being there at Ten Hag. There's no way that he has just left. He left manager's role for the Tottenham job after finishing in 3rd place.
Yeah, it's something that's going to happen.
Going all the way down to 12th. That's hilarious. What are you doing, Eric? You idiot. We all thought you was a genius.
Talking about teams in trouble at this present moment.
What, Tottenham?
Well, and Man United, really.
Yeah.
Man United are in trouble because of their injuries.
Injuries, yeah. We don't have a squad.
No.
Like, outside of our first 11.
I watched that. Well, I watched the 2 games over Seville, didn't we?
Yeah.
And you just committed suicide, didn't you?
Oh, Maguire.
You just wanted to be someone in the crowd with a shotgun, didn't you? You'd just took him right out, wouldn't you?
So bad. Right, okay. Brentford went down, which I'm quite surprised with. Normally they do quite well.
Yeah.
Other competitions then. Have we managed to retain the Champions League? No. We did win the FA Cup, though, which is another trophy to add to our cabinet. So the only thing we haven't won now is the Premier League. That's not bad.
Got the quarterfinals and lost against PSG.
Yeah, so quarterfinals against PSG. There, West Ham are in the semi-final where they were eliminated by Barcelona.
Oh, that was unlucky, wasn't it?
Fair play. Is it David Moyes? No, Ralph Hasenhüttl.
Never.
They signed Alex Scott as well. Oh my God, Alex Scott is unbelievable.
Look how good he is. Yeah.
Jesus, that's unreal. Right, okay, fair enough. And then in the final, Barcelona got stuffed by PSG 5-0.
Oh well, we got knocked out by the champions then. So
yeah, definitely. So all right, fair enough. We didn't get that very far, but in the FA Cup, we got all the way, and we defeated Arsenal. Final, nice. 2-0. Raspadori and Højlund, both our strikers, getting the goals there.
Yeah.
Nice, we'll take that.
Yeah, definitely.
Second place, 23 goals.
Two trophies in the bag again.
Yeah.
With the Super
Raspadori, only 23.
Yeah.
That's nowhere near. Even Højlund was getting more than that. He got.
It was his
18.
first season again.
Yeah.
So
he got 18 from just 8 starts.
Yeah, that takes some doing, doesn't
it? That's weird. Okay, transfer-wise, they give us £130 million. Again, we're not going to spend any of it because finances, we're up to 147 in the balance now. Here we go.
What a manager you are.
Do we have debts stuff? We do. We still have £27 million in the debts, and wages has come down to 4.69. So again, it's not the lowest it has been. It's going down. It's stepping down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is good. That's exactly what we needed. So what are we going to do the next preseason? Let's find out. Okay, the final season, the final summer. We sold £46.5 million worth, and we only brought in 39. Let's take a look then. So, £21 million, Andre Santos, which is, I think they signed this year, actually. Didn't really think he was ever going to make it into my team because of Barella and Fernandez, so I got rid of him. Edouard Mendy finally left for £15 million, going up to 18. Malo Gusto, £6 million. A little bit of backstory. For 2 seasons, he didn't even have a work permit, so I couldn't even use him. So Malo Gusto is gone, and then a couple of pounds there for the rest of the team. So we signed 2 players. Both of them are South American. Gallardo is a regen.
Right.
But he's a bloody good one. Look how good that is. Another centre midfielder. He is going to be one for the future for sure, but he is fantastic already. I quite like the look of him.
For 21-year-old, I'm a Flair of 20. That's just excellent.
He's going to be incredible in the middle. Like teamwork and work rate, all things like that. I love.
Off the ball, 16 as well. You know, tactics like that is hell of a good, isn't it?
So running with the ball on his first touch, he's a very fancy player. I like him a lot. I only signed him for £10 million.
Good.
Cheap as chips.
And he scored already for us, look.
He has. There we go. So that's nice. And Morato is a centre-back that I've signed in. Now, I think the reason why I've brought him in is because we've had a big injury to Diamonde, who last season was one of our best centre-backs. Broke his lower leg, and he is out to 3 to 5 months, which is the reason why I brought in Morato.
Yeah.
So it's a good job, really. We had enough money to bring him in.
I'm going to say, he's a good replacement as well. So
£29 million that we got him in from Benfica. Decent player, nonetheless. Can also play in CDM once Diamonde returns, should we need him to. So there we go. Right, I'm not securing anybody in the position now for this final season. It's going to be rotation period. If I did select our best 11, this is what it would look like. Balashile has come into the team. He has actually grown quite a bit, to be fair. I think I did loan him out at one point to Fulham, and he played quite a lot of games there, so he is getting a lot of game time, but it's as we kind of expect, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now, how have we done so far?
Ooh.
Great season. Great start to the season. The only disappointment was that we dropped points to Leicester after a 1-1 draw with Tielemans getting an equaliser there, but we beat Liverpool in the Community Shield.
5-0.
5-0 against Arsenal, who of course we faced in the FA Cup when we defeated them. 3 goals from Raspadori. That's exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
He's almost got the same amount of goals already as what he did at the end of last season, because he scored 1 goal there and another one there. So he's got 5 already so far this season in 5 Premier League games. We beat Brighton as well, and we also defeated Manchester United 2-1. Good result.
Good start.
There. Very good indeed.
Yeah.
The Champions League fixtures are already in. Let's take a look at them. We've got Real Madrid. We've got Bayern Munich. Lazio's always difficult. Atletico could be good if they've got a decent side. Mikel Arteta is currently their manager, which is quite interesting. I know that because he tried to sign one of my players and I was saying no. But there we go. So quite difficult. Union Berlin again.
I'd be disappointed if we don't qualify though.
Yeah, especially with the 2 home games where we should secure it. We've got those 2 games there which we should win. I want to take a look at the debts and loans. £25 million left. The wages are down to 4.68. Not bad, especially considering at one point we were close to £6 million. Very good. Let's simulate this final year. Final season and we've done it. Come on.
It's in.
Absolutely dominated it as well. 93 points, which I think is the highest points tally. Yes. In this rebuild. 93 there.
So you've won the league.
We've won the league.
Won the Champions League.
We won the Champions League.
Won the Super Cup.
We won the Super Cup.
You won the FA Cup.
FA Cup.
And you didn't spend any money that they gave you.
No.
Apart from the money you created.
Did it all on the profit.
What a manager you are, mate.
I know.
If I had an hat on, I'd take it off.
Tip it myself. Very good indeed. Everton finishing in 5th place there above Man City, Tottenham and Man United and Arsenal. It's a very weird top 3 there. Top 4. Newcastle, West Ham and Everton. I mean, we got a lot of points. We only lost 3 games. Liverpool, Man City and Villa. And we managed to win 29 out of our 38. It's a very good tally. And yet we still didn't get a goal scorer in the top 3, which is Mason Mount, I think, has been there every year. The top assists. I mean, he probably is a set piece taker, which is the reason why. But yeah, phenomenal stuff from us. Can we top it off with another Champions League win, though? Oh, we have!
Get in!
I was only joking. We've done it. We beat Liverpool there. We also knocked us out of the FA Cup, but we beat Liverpool in the final 3-0. Raspadori, Ben Chilwell, Barella, 2 Champions Leagues, 1 Premier League, 1 FA Cup, 1 Carabao Cup without spending a penny.
What more can you do, mate?
Yeah, we're not even going to check the FA Cup or anything. Goals, 39, 28 from Rasmus Højlund. So our 2 strikers there getting a fair amount of goals between the 2 of them. And even Skriniar getting 21 goals from centre-back. That's not bad at all, is it? 15 from Wesley Fofana, another centre-back. 34 assists.
Mate, this has got to be the best rebuild we've ever done.
Do you think?
Yes.
I mean, we're in the red, but we've done exceptionally well.
It's got to be, innit?
£22 million remaining in the debts, and the wages are £4.8 million. So we've knocked off $1 million.
You knocked everything down, really.
Yeah.
And, you know, to win the Champions League twice.
Without spending.
Yeah. That takes some doing, innit?
Patreon members, should you wish to carry this on, maybe you want to spend a little bit of money, you've got £121 million, because of course you have. It's the 6th season. That's when they always give you the best transfer money or transfer budget. But if you'd like to try and do and carry it on how I was doing it, then maybe give it a go. If you can sell more than what you bring in.
I'm just thinking about what challenges I can give you. I want to give you 2 challenges.
Okay, 2 challenges. Let's go.
The first challenge.
Yeah.
Do it the same way as we've done it.
Okay.
Create your own money.
Yeah.
And see how you get on.
Yeah.
You may not be able to beat us, but just see how you get on. But let us know you can do it. Second challenge is take the budget.
Yeah.
And see if you can beat us.
Yeah. Blow it all.
Yeah.
Blow it all. See what you can do with all of that money.
Let us know what you do. So there's 2 challenges there.
Yeah, so if you want to spend the money, then you can. If you don't, there's another challenge to see what you can do without it. But remember, patreon.com/MegaLukeGaming, should you wish to take this on £5 tier. Thank you to all my Patreon members. You're absolutely legends. That save game file every single week, as well as the series stuff.
Keep pushing the subscribe button as well. Give us a few more subscribers.
Yeah, we had 4,000 in the last 28 days.
That's brilliant.
My chest. So that's absolutely fantastic. One of the best times that we have had recently. So really do appreciate that, as we've overpassed 70,000 subscribers recently. So thank you very much. We'll see you next Monday for another rebuild.
Have some fun.
Let us know down in the comment section, especially for, like, obviously this one's a bit more unique to a challenge. If you've got ideas like that, maybe with a better team, that maybe there isn't much of a challenge, but, you know, let us know down in the comment section. Thank you very much. We'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.